What's up, world? Welcome to a new episode of Brand Janeau Show, Jeremiah's Point of View. As you know, this video will be on my YouTube channel, Brand Janeau Show. Go watch old videos. Go watch, comment if you like the videos. Subscribe if you like the videos. I did a podcast episode today. Go listen to it on podcast platforms everywhere, and let's start the show. So, um, I've been doing a series, songs that have impacted my life and taught me lessons along the way. And one song, an artist that has definitely taught me lessons along the way is J. Cole. And I really got into J. Cole's music, and I want to say like 09, 2010. 2010, because that's when Friday Night Lights came out. And I've been a fan since, decade plus. And that mixtape means a lot to me. That mixtape is so dope. And my favorite song, still to this day, off of that mixtape, is Too Deep for the Intro. Um, it's such a great song. You know what I'm saying? It just, double meanings throughout the whole song. Like, and it's so good that now I've gone back and listened to Erykah Badu's song. I listened to that song and it's just like he took that and flipped it and like he killed it. And it's one of my favorite songs, just the way he was rapping on it. You know, when he was like, you win some, you lose some. That's just how it happens. And if a nigga step up to you, then you gotta scrap him. Your name is all you got. Throwing hands by the bathroom. See, back in the day, I told nobody that I wasn't rapping, cause haters I just viewed as clowns. At 14, I knew I was the nicest dude around. I gotta make a move. I gotta do it now. If they don't know your dreams, then they can shoot them down. And it just goes on. Like, that is the last of the song, but the way he comes on and just raps, it's just, he flows with the beat. It just is steady. It's smooth. It's like you're going to school and you learn from your favorite teacher. Like, wow, this motherfucker gets us. Like, this is cool. And I've been a fan ever since, man. I've been a fan of his music ever since that mixtape. And I love, growing up Simba. I love um, every song he's ever put out, pretty much. Blow Up. Who That was the first time I really like heard J. Cole. I literally remember I literally was on the Mississippi River, the bridge, in New Orleans, and I remember like maybe I was coming back getting rallies or something. We had just got to New Orleans. I was going to get some rallies, and I remember like listening, and Who That came on in the city on Q93, and he on there. He was rapping, man. He was just going off, and I'm like, who is this? Who is this? And then I realized, oh shit, that's Cole. That's J. Cole. And then I listened to the mixtapes, and I've been a fan ever since, man. He's one of those artists that you gotta respect. You gotta put him in the top 5. If you don't, a top 10. And I think he doesn't get his just due like a Drake or a Kendrick Lamar, because he doesn't reach for the radio. I think, when I listen to like a J. Cole album, I never looked at J. Cole and was like, yo, he's trying to get the radio plays. That shit just happens sometimes. And I think that he knows that. Anything I've listened to J. Cole, I really feel like I'm getting more lessons and meanings of life and what he's trying to go through and trying to talk about. And like I said, man, I loved every project he's put out since, Friday Night Lights. If it's, Truly Yours, where on the first Truly Yours EP, he's, got songs like Can I Holla At You, or, Rise Above, or Stay. My personal favorite off that project is, Tears of ODB. That's my shit. I don't care nobody said that's my shit. Go listen to that song. You will really realize what that man really is. Truly Yours 2, where, it's Cold Summer, the intro, then it's, him and 2 Chainz, and then, him and Jeezy on, Kenny Lofton. It's such a great fucking song, man. other songs on that project. Just Head Busters, where he's man, that shit goes so hard. I love Head Busters. That shit goes so hard, man. And then he just wraps it up with of course he had a song called Cousins on there, but he closes that project out, the EP out with Three Wishes, and it's crazy because now I go back and listen to the project. And it's like he had like a playful song like Cold Summer where you know he takes Lauryn Hill song and even on the song he's like, Miss Hill, please don't sue me, cause I ain't running around here screaming like I got it, nigga. I ain't fucking got it, nigga. Like, yeah, like, I ain't like one of these rappers running around screaming I got it. Shit, I ain't fucking got it. Yeah, and he goes into like saying, I'm in a strip club with Drake. I'm like, we throwing thousands, but shit, he throwing 50. I'm throwing 4. Like God forgive me. Like it's just the funniest thing. But it's playful, but it's so like is him just divulging into like I'm not him. I don't think you understand. Like I'm not him. I'm not gonna act like I am, and that's so cool. And then and it gets to the end of the EP where he's just Three Wishes, where he's talking about his friend that got arrested. And now I'm thinking about it. I'm like thinking about it. That might have been the friend he talked about on For Your Eyes Only. That might have been, which is another project of his. Cause he literally is rapping about that, and it's like, that's intriguing. I just realized that Three Wishes could be about the friend he was talking about For Your Eyes Only, his album. Damn, that's kind of crazy. I didn't even think about that. But then his first project, Sideline Story, which is a dope project, cause I go back and I listen to it. It's got songs on there, but also I think he just threw a lot of the mixtapes he was already had out. And he just threw it out there. And I like it. He got some songs on there. Him and Trey Songz song Go Hard, Can't Get Enough. But also, another song I forgot to mention, Lights Please, off of Friday Night Lights. He had so many great songs on Friday Night Lights, like The Autograph, my sister personal favorite song of the Premature Murder. He has so many great songs, man, on Friday Night Lights. So many fucking great songs. Back to the Topic. Two Face. Home for the Holidays. Man, he got so many fucking great songs on that project. And it's a mixtape. That's just crazy. And then, Born Center, where Born Center is so great. Born Center is so great. And I go back and listen to that project now. And I hold it as pretty high standard of like a sophomore project, but I recall that more of his first project. I think that was really like his first project because, like I said, he kind of just threw a lot of his mixtape songs that people already knew on, the first project. So Born Center was really like his first project, and then I go back and listen to that project. Let Nas Down, which is one of my favorite songs on that project. Well, it's a tie. It's a tie between Let Nas Down and Sparks Fly. Sparks Will Fly is is a tie between those two songs. But Trouble, that's the song. That's the project when he has him and Miguel Power Trip. That might have been the last project he actually had collaborations on. Which is like that might have been the last project. God damn. Cause he had New York Times with 50 on there and Buys. These Niggas Know. Miss America. Born Center. Yeah, he got some bangers on there. Yeah, he got some songs on there. That's a dope project. I go back and listen to that project now. I'm like, damn, that was a good project. Of course, the project everybody knows is 2014 Forest Hills Drive. That was the captivating of. That was when he became, I guess, y'all finally started to put him in the top 3 of oh, it is him, Kendrick and Drake. It's like, nah, it's always been him, Kendrick and Drake. What the fuck you talking about? But 2014 Forest Hills Drive was the first project I think he really was. I wouldn't say he was trying to still go for radio, but I think that was the project that people really was like, holy shit, he could do it if he wanted to. and that project is so dope. Um, One of my favorite songs off that project is "Love Yours," um, but songs like apparently, um, "Tell Two Cities," um, the intro that leads into January 28th. You know, he's one of my favorite artists because of that. Also, 3 days apart, January 31st, January 28th. Him and Rick Ross, another one of my favorite artists. Um, and that leads into Wet Dreams, which is, everybody know that song. And of course, everybody knows No Role Models on that project, but, you know, GOMD, Get Off My Dick. That shit go hard. Man, he got so many fucking great songs on that project, too. And that was the project that a lot of people like would put him in that upper echelon of rappers. That was the project. But like I said, I've been a fan of Cole for a while, so I never really looked at that project. It was like that's kind of what Cole. That's the bar to y'all. If that's the level where Cole could be, then okay, that's cool. But I know Cole was like, I know he could do shit like that. He could go for the radio if he wanted to. Um, but yeah, man, 2014 Forest Hills Drives. I can't spell the name of that damn song, but it's such a fucking great song. Go listen to it. I think it's like the fourth or the fifth track on there. If you know what I'm talking about, y'all know the song I'm talking about. I'm trying to talk. O three is I forgot that fucking song. It's such a good song, man. And him just talk about like how, at the end of the song, he's like reminiscing on a conversation with his friend and how he wanted to be like just like his friend. And his friend's like, the fuck you trying to be like me for? I want to be like you. Like, bro, you going to college? Like, you're doing something with your fucking life. Why would you want to be like me? Do you see what I'm living at? Like, do you see what I'm going through in life? Like, my parents had 4 kids. They don't even fuck with us. Like, they don't even love us. Like, and it was just like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, you know how much I would die to be like you right now? And to hear him say that, and then it was just like, he had to apologize to his mom. He's like, damn, I'm sorry. Like, I never even realized the life that you were trying to provide for me, that you even cared that much about me to even try to give me that. And, from a trailer park home, the trees in the sky. Thank your mama, wipe your eyes. There ain't no reason to cry. You made a genius and I ain't gonna take it for granted. I ain't gonna settle for less and I ain't gonna take it for granted. And it's just like real shit. Like just the fact that he's just rapping, he's talking about it. It's just the fact that he's just like going off. And that's just such a great song, man. 2014 Forest Hills Drive is a project that everybody really remembers and loves the most about him. And, For Your Eyes Only is even, still to me, is it kind of encapsulate, like I said earlier, like 3 Wishes. It kind of makes me think now, I think that was the friend he was talking about on 3 Wishes, because 14 For Your Eyes Only is kind of an homage to his friend, but more so his friend's daughter. He's talking about her. And pretty much at the end of the song, at the end of the album, it's crazy because that was like the first album that we were kind of like, yo, Cole got a kid? Like everybody was like, yo, Cole got a kid? When did J. Cole have a family? Like when did this happen? And that was the first time that we were like left out of the dark, and it was kind of interesting to finally like understand that and like, oh wow, like he's different. Like he's a real different artist. But then find out that he doesn't have a daughter. He has like 2 sons. And that was kind of interesting. But that whole project, and it's about his friend's daughter and pretty much talking to his friend. And at the end of the album, like I said, For Your Eyes Only, he wraps it up with he talks about his friendship with her dad and how much he really just loved her and being a dad, and he knew that he wasn't gonna be here to raise her, so he's just telling them like, yo, when you're ready to, when she's ready, when she's old enough to really understand the gist of what I'm doing and why I'm gone, hopefully you put it down in some music and you can explain it to her in that way better than I can. And for him to do that for his friend, that's pretty fucking commendable. Because a lot of motherfuckers don't do some shit like that at all. They act like they do, but they don't. So that song, that project is so dope. And then KOD, his last project, is another reason why the level of him is very iconic to me, because he could have went anywhere with that project. And you know, and going to that tour, I went to the For Your Eyes Only tour, and it was cool. But the KOD tour, I kind of got the gist of what it is and who he is as a person. And I like the beginning of the album, KOD, of course. KOD, photographs, and songs like that, ATM and Motivate. I like those songs. Don't get it twisted. I like the project overall. I like the project very much. But the end of the project is where you understand him. Again, you understand what he was trying to get to. When he kicks into brackets. When it kicks into, Kevin's heart. When he goes into Friends. When he has once in a dictionary interlude. When he's closing out the project with Windows Pane. 1985, when he's just talking about these young rappers that think they're gonna be here forever, but we all know you're a gimmick and you're not gonna last forever. And you continue to think that this shit is gonna last forever when you're gonna lose your fans eventually, because they can see the only reason why you're popular is because of the betrayal of what the fuck you're really not. And we could tell that shit, and eventually you think this shit is gonna run out. You think the money's never gonna run out, and the tours are never gonna stop. But it does, because you weren't authentic to begin with. So we see through that shit. So even that, like, you understand him in that sense. Like, and then, anything he's ever done is very important because he's rare. He doesn't drop songs very much. So when you hear him, it's something there. Like, I went back and finally listened to, like, him and Royce the 5'9" song, Pablo Boat. Go listen to it if y'all never heard it. It's a dope fucking song. And him coming on the end of that and just rapping and going off. And then, his song with Gangstar and Family and Loyalty. That song goes so hard. And anything he's done, man, 21 Savage and him, of course, a lot. That was like, but one of my favorite features he's ever done, I wouldn't even say that's a fucking feature, but he gave him like his verse and, he put it on his project. But Jermaine's interlude on DJ Khaled's Major Key project. That's one of my favorite songs he's actually just given away. He just gave it away. And it's so good, man. It's such a poignant song. And at that time, in 2016, that's when really, like, Black Lives Matter really, like, started. And for him to do that was really, really important. And then we get into, and then he just did the Dreamville project. But even then, the Revenge of the Dreamers, the first project, he had another one of my favorite songs on that project. And then Revenge of the Dreamers 2, that's when he did his song with Boz, Night Job. And all of his artists, if you're signing to Cole, you probably have some reason why you signed to Cole. So him and Kaz got a bunch of songs. That's his artist. Kaz, he got a song with Kaz. Zendaya, that goes hard. Hard Not Life, remix. I don't know if that's a remix, but I think it is a remix. That goes hard. But him and Kaz go crazy. I want to hear him more with JID. I don't hear him and JID that much, but when him and JID get together, that's a moment. I enjoy seeing them too, because JID is really like his protege, and JID is one of my favorite new up and coming rappers in the game. Him and Cordae. So Cordae, so many more, more rappers that I feel like lyrically they're there and they can just go, and they just need time and to get it going. So him and Boz, I've been talking about Boz, got a couple bangers. They got some good shit. Him and Ergang, I haven't really heard him and Ergang that much. I don't really heard him in Earth Gang that much. Um, but yeah, man, Dreamville, the Revenge of the Dreamers 3 project was so hard. I still listen to that project. Under the Sun is like one of them songs, man. And that was like the first time. That was when like the baby was really catching fire, and for him to go and get the baby and put him on there because they both from Carolina, North Carolina, that was real shit. Like a lot of people wouldn't even do some shit like that, and for him to do that shit, that was like, oh wow, like he really do understand like this new generation shit. Like okay, cool. And plus, like I said, they're from North Carolina, so it made sense. Um, what's another one, man? He got so many fucking songs on that project. Of course, Middle Child. He got so many other songs on that project, man. That he just goes in on, and but yeah, man, J. Cole, man, and it all started from Too Deep for the intro. So go listen to Friday Night Lights. Go listen to Too Deep for the intro. Go listen to the whole project. Go listen to all his music, man. J. Cole is one of my favorite rappers, favorite artists, favorite, you know, people, to listen to. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, Brand Janeau Show, YouTube channel. Go and watch it, man. Go and watch the videos. Go subscribe. And thank y'all for the support. Like I said, new podcast episodes both out right now. Risking for Greatness, and also what the hell I named my podcast today? I don't even remember the podcast name I gave it, but it's out there today, man. I'm sorry, I'm blanking right now, but I hope you guys enjoy it, man. The videos are out, man. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm probably gonna close this week out with a Friday, and I'm gonna do my question of the week. I don't call it question of the day no more. Question of the week. It's kind of like something I've been sitting on. So by the end of this week, I'm probably gonna give y'all another video. But I'm trying to get back to this work, podcast videos, continue the content, man. Y'all continue to support it, so I'm gonna continue to do it, man. So thank y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Have a great day. Peace.